Hi, this is Angela Go, founder of The Ultimate Pitch. Today I'm going to talk to you about the number one transformational skill that you need in your pitch. When we think of any investor's pitch, often we think of the numbers, the figures, the return on investment, all the cost and profit related figures. And definitely this is important because we are talking business after all. Yet, there is a first barrier that needs to be overcome before your investors will actually listen to your numbers. Because people talk so much about the business that they forget that investors are actually human beings. And the human brain first checks with the intuition, the primal brain, then the emotion, which is the brain developed later, and then it goes to the more developed rational brain. That means that they won't start really listening to you before they get a connection with you, they like you, or even trust you. Therefore, it is crucial to build rapport and connect with them as human beings first. And when you do so in your pitch, the best way is to do it through storytelling, because facts tell and stories sell. Stories stick to the mind and numbers are easily forgotten. And we know how to tell stories because all of us were master storytellers because we've all been kids and we've listened to a lot of stories as well when we were growing up. And the key to any good story is its simplicity. Your people need to be able to live the story with you. You need to be able to take people on a journey with you and make them feel part of the story. You should be able to tell the story as if it's to a 5, 6, 7-year-old. And some people say, well, I might sound a little bit dumb or unintelligent telling a story like that, but it's actually very smart because you connect with the intuitive part of the brain first. Now, how do you do this storytelling? Let me give you an example with two versions of the same story. Now consider this. There are millions of parents around in this world, and many of them lose track of their children when they go into big crowds. So parents want a solution how to track their children, especially when they are gonna run loose somewhere in places, for example, in big celebrations or festivals and so forth. So let me present to you our product that helps with tracking your child wherever he or she is. That's version 1 of the story. Version 2 of the story. I don't have children myself, but I do have a 3-year-old nephew. And one day we went to a festival. There were thousands of people in this festival. It was great. Yet, what happened is that my nephew disappeared into this crowd of thousands of people. The moment I found it out, what went through my mind and my heart? I panicked completely because it was not only not my child, it was my sister's child, but how am I ever gonna find my nephew back in this sea of people? There was no way I could find him. He didn't have a cell phone, he didn't have any tracker on him. How am I gonna find him? And consider this, it was not that I lost him for 5 minutes. I lost him for a full hour. Can you imagine a child disappeared into a crowd for a whole hour? This happens to a lot of parents and people all around the world. They lose track of their children in these situations. We need to solve this problem because this is so stressful and you never know what can happen to your child. So this is the solution that we have for this. That's version 2 of the story. You see the difference? First version of the story. It's very factual, it's very distant, it's very logical and very rational. We understand the problem, but yet we don't connect with the problem necessarily. Version 2 of the story. First of all, it's my personal story. I can tell you that I am a human being because I felt those emotions when it happened to me. And the people who listen to me, they can easily project themselves in the same situation. It means that you build a human connection because people intuitively want to help other people. They want to feel what you feel. They want to be in a situation so they can connect with you. So make sure that your story enables them to connect with you. So next time when you do a pitch, make sure that you build an element of storytelling in your pitch that is able to move people through the emotion before they reach the rational brain. And you will see how different the whole pitch setting will start for you. This is Angela Go, and I look forward to seeing you in the next episode.